What is going on? We're back again with another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Live Series collection versus the Scott Rolen collection. Because obviously these are the two most biggest things in the game right now to get both of these collections done. So we're going to be taking a look at both of these collections and seeing which one's better. Because I'm going to give my own thoughts at the end, but I want you guys to see the raw data and the raw numbers. So we're on the Show Zone once again, phenomenal website obviously to use. So this is their Live Series collection, and this has been updating ever since the game has been launched. So ever since the game was launched on March 22nd, it has been giving an update for the low cost and the high cost, all the cards in the game. As you can see, I currently have this set to all, so you can see it's gone up about almost 500k since the game came out. So today we are currently sitting at 2.8 million is the high and 2.7 million is the low, which is absolutely insane to even think about. So this is their chart that they go over, and if you do sign up with your own account, you can obviously track your progress on here. Yeah, it's 2.8 mil to get the MLB Live Series card to finish the whole thing, but then they break it down through each of the different series. So if you just want to get the AL done, 1.3, just want to get the NL done, 1.5, and you could break it down between all the divisions right here. So that's obviously, you know, where you could break all this down. We can obviously see that the AL East and the NL West are really expensive up here, but then you could even break it down through like each individual team, which is pretty cool. So it's basically going to go off how much the top card's going for and all the small cards if you add them up. So you can see some of the bigger teams, obviously with Tatis being, you know, super high. The Padres are going to be up here. Then if we scroll down like the Dodgers, for example, like 747,000 because of Ohtani, right? And the Yankees over 500. So, you know, that's something to look at as well. So this is kind of what you're up against if you want to get some of these done. Now, I literally did this on stream. I need like 2.2 mil to be able to get some of like to get 5 cards or something, which is absolutely insane to me. Yeah, this is basically starting from complete scratch, I'm assuming. So yeah, just absolutely insane to even think about. And those 5 cards I did need were Ohtani, I need Judge, Bobby Witt Jr., Soto, and Tatis, which is kind of insane. So yeah, absolutely insane to try to get this thing done. I mean, the cards are worth it. This Carlos Beltran is really good. I finally did get to face this Roger Clemens card, and I actually hit pretty well against him. You know, obviously struggled in the first couple innings, but after we were getting later and later in the game, I was actually able to hit him really well. And then Gil Hodges, I mean, once again, the 2 hitting cards look phenomenal. And Roger Clemens seems like a pretty good pitcher. Yeah, definitely some solid 99s for sure. Now we're going to take a look. So Scott Rolen collection, here we go. The low is actually 389,000 stubs, and the high is 2.3 million. So that's where we're at. The high 2.3 mil, and then the high over here is 2.8 mil. So this is if you're buying all this, every single card, obviously, right? And obviously you can earn a lot of the cards for Scott Rolen, which is kind of nice compared to the Live Series collection where you kind of have to pull a lot of them or just buy them on the market. You can't really earn them unless you have like a flash sale or something, but even then you're still buying them. So they actually break this down by voucher, which is very interesting. So we can obviously take a look at Tops Now, for example, right? There's 2 market cards and 38 non-market cards at the low just to complete it, meaning, you know, with the packs and everything you get with the May spotlights and stuff, you know, there's 2 of those on the market that you'd have to buy. And then the 38 could be earned in the programs. And then on the high price, if you bought most of them and got, you know, the non-market cards, you'd be up to 612,000. So that's kind of how they rank this, which is definitely interesting. And obviously a lot of these you can earn, right? I mean, we even have rewards down here for pipeline, right? Very cool how they kind of do this. But yeah, with Scott Rolen obviously being a lot easier to earn, right? I mean, you could take a look at some of the reward cards we get and non-market cards, which are the collections, for example. So the pipeline or the egg hunt, you get that Pete Crow and the Ryan McMahon, right? Or the Jazz Chisholm or some combination of those cards. Yeah, and then the non-market cards are all the cards you earn as well. So those are all factors. So for example, at the low side, you can earn 16 of the pipeline cards, and then you have to buy 19, so 42,000 to get it done. So definitely a lot simpler than I think the Live Series is. And obviously, you're probably not going to be able to earn every card, right? If you don't have a lot of time to play the game, you're probably going to take you a while to earn a lot of the cards. But we could just kind of take a look at this, and we can actually rank this from the low price, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, just take a look at this. The Cornerstone, Jolt, Last Ride, the Negro Leagues, Rookie, Spotlight, Spring Breakout, Veteran are all earnable, which is pretty insane to think about that all these vouchers can be earned. So 8 out of the 18 vouchers, you don't even need to spend a single stub, which is crazy if you get all the cards and you don't buy any of them, of course, because obviously we do see some here that you can buy, right? But if you don't buy any of them, you can complete it pretty easily. And then we're going to keep working on the low right here with the whole standout collection. You know, this one's pretty simple. You know, when we look at standout, right, a lot of them are in Diamond Quest now, and obviously with the new Trevor Story boss, I mean, that's definitely something to take out. So I don't think standout is that hard anymore. Tops Now, once again, I think it's super easy. Even now with more and more cards coming out, you can just play through all the spotlight and earn the 40 cards. It's actually really simple. Postseason, you will have to spend some subs for sure. Not all of these are earnable. but like a lot of them are pretty cheap as well. Contributor has a lot, but I was able to earn a lot of them. I think I got probably the 26 to be honest, because I was able to earn a lot of contributor cards. Breakout's another one. I think you might have to spend one, or you gotta play Diamond Quest. I think that's where these might be coming in, the 2 Diamond Quest cards. It's kind of what I'm thinking about there. And then Pipeline, I've been had that one done. That one wasn't too hard. The second half is definitely one of the ones I'm struggling on right now, so I definitely might want to do this one. But yeah, 20th anniversary, same thing. You're gonna have to buy these cards. Thankfully, the flash sale helped out a lot with these. If you guys were lucky with those flash sales. Same with the Egg Hunt, a lot of the cards are on the market, right? New Threads was pretty easy to do, and All-Star I'm still working on. Obviously, the downside of doing the Legends of Flashbacks compared to Live Series is you only get 1 card so far, right? That's the only downside, but we do know that there will be more cards coming in the future, so that is definitely something to think about. All the series that don't have like a card reward, like All-Star, Tops Now, Second Half, we'll go through them. Spotlight, Veteran's gonna have one, Breakout, Contributor, Standout, Postseason, Last Ride, Cornerstone will probably get updated, and then Rookie are all going to be for the next collection as well. So even though you're collecting these cards for Scott Rolen, if you collect more than you need to, those will be used for the next collection, which is very cool. And then obviously the Jolt will be replaced by the new Color Splash, so that is definitely exciting. And then we'll also have Moonshot on here for one of those player items you need. So now we've looked at both of the collections between Live Series and the Scott Rolen collection. Me personally, I think the Scott Rolen is way better to get. If you've been playing the whole year, you've completed all the programs, you've done all your cornerstones, you've done the spotlights, you've been keeping up with your diamond quests, your mini seasons, your conquest maps, all that good stuff. If you completed storylines for the Negro Leagues, I think Scott Rolen is your way to go. If you've been keeping up with all the content, I think this card is going to be way easier to get than the whole Live Series collection, in my opinion. But if you just want like the AO card or NO card, then it might be worth it. But I'm just talking about the whole collection in general. A couple of these aren't bad, and one of them you can skip, right? So if you want to skip the All-Star, I mean, that's a lot of stubs off the board, right? But in Tops Now, you can basically earn, and then you might have to spend some stubs on some second half players. I think the Scott Rolen's way better, in my opinion, to be able to get done. And plus, you're making progress towards the next big collection, which is going to have an even better card, obviously, than the Scott Rolen card that's currently out right now. I think, in my opinion, I'm definitely going to be looking towards completing Scott Rolen, because I'm only, like I said, I'm only 5 away. And if I do complete all my diamond quests, which I have been lacking, I'm going to be honest, if I get like 3 maps done, then I end up getting 3 of the collections done. And then once again, I'm only have All-Star and second half left, which I'll probably end up getting second half, but the cards are pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. But I think that's what I'm gonna do going forward. The Live Series collection just is not worth it to me. You know, I'm getting 2 million stubs for 5 cards to get 3 really good players. Like, I don't know, to me, it just doesn't seem really worth it. I do think I will get it done eventually when the prices do come down, but I'm not paying 700 or 500k for Judge or Ohtani. It's just not gonna happen. But who knows, if there is a roster update and those players do go down in overall, I mean, that would be very nice for everyone. But I just doubt that's going to happen just because those players have been playing insanely well this season. But yeah, for me, I definitely have the Scott Rolen collection. I think it's definitely way easier to get with just all the cards you get for free. And even some of the ones you have to buy aren't really that much. The ones that can really bring these prices up are the chase cards or like World Series cards, for example. Obviously, when they first get released. Maybe some headliners too when they first get released. But most of the cards, you know, I feel like are pretty cheap to get. With that being said, what's your guys' thoughts about all this? Do you guys think the Scott Rolen collection's better? Or do you guys think the Live Series collection's better? I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Or where are you at in your grind? Like, do you already have Live Series done, you're going for Rolen? Or do you have Rolen done and you're going for Live Series? I'd love to hear it in the comment section down below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.